What's been the downside to this much virality?
The doxing, because they can't get anything on me because I haven't really done anything. Like they don't have much controversy. I've lived my life in a way where I can feel like I try to live a life where I can feel shameless if I ever die. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
don't want to go up to heaven and have a bunch of sins I have to repent for. So like I've always lived my life in a way where I'm gonna have fun, do my thing, but I'm gonna make sure I stay within the guidelines of what I believe to be correct. And so with that, since they can't come after me, they're coming after people around me or my family members, or they're trying to get information on stuff. And it's like, well, there's really not much you can get. And why would you be putting my information out onto the internet? Why would you be putting my
How do they
address?
get your information like that?
I don't know. Like I've done such a good job at like keeping all my information private. I have not included really anybody in my family into my YouTube channel other than my mom. So I've tried to keep everyone kind of stepped aside from my content. And they're just seeing how evil people are for wanting to come and kill me for talking about fraud.
How do you protect yourself and make sure that you're safe?
Yeah, now it sucks because now I have to have security. Like I never expected to have to go film a video and have 4 security people inside of a car watching around or walking into to the corner to make sure that no threat comes. Because in Minnesota, I go and film part 2, and a Somalian man, stops in the middle of the intersection, stops his car in the middle of a red light, in the middle of the intersection, hops out and just comes and literally tries to come and attack me.
And what happened?
Luckily, security was there to stop him. But if he
You have
wasn't,
that footage?
yes.
Whoa.
And so luckily, like now I just can't go and do stuff because especially with, I pissed off a pretty bad group of people to piss off the Somali population. Because if you piss off one Somali, you're pissing off the whole entire community.
Do you worry about maybe like you should wear like a bulletproof vest or something?
Yeah, every time I'm out in public now, especially when I'm filming, always wearing a bulletproof vest.
And how do you protect your identity if, let's just say, you're going to stand in like a hotel or like order an Uber? Like, would you ever worry that someone would see this and be like, oh, wait, this is the guy, make a few phone calls, hey, I'm dropping him off here?
Yeah, yesterday at the airport, I told you guys, like, I'm not getting an Uber, so you need to get someone to pick me up. So that's like a big issue I have now.
And have you ever had any other nasty encounters with people that want to do you harm?
Oh, plenty. Especially, I get very positive reactions from people when I'm out in public. However, when I'm live streaming, I go to a protest. Like I'm walking into the dens of the lions, bro. They like just come after me. Like they'll literally come and swarm me. And I used to not bring security with me. But so now I don't know how I'm going to be able to go do those live streams because people have become so radicalized. And what you're seeing with the news right now is they've came and attacked me so hard. And what they try to get you on is they say you're a MAGA influencer, conservative, anti-immigration, Islamophobe. So when they do get to the point where they then try to do something to my life, they can justify it.
I think you probably should not be going live anymore.
Yeah,
It would be
I
like
would agree.
at this point, you could just be filming videos and honestly, maybe even disguising yourself. Like having a makeup
That's what
team.
I said.
Having some sort of a makeup team because also people are going to recognize you and they're going to behave differently when you walk up to a place wanting to film them. And if you were to just put on a wig and do some makeup and look completely differently, you're going to have a more unbiased perspective when you're trying to investigate things.
Exactly. And kind of going back to the point of like being on X versus just being a YouTuber. For instance, a lot of other YouTubers, I mean, they probably still they might have a lot more subscribers than me. However, they don't have as much recognition because I'm on all platforms and I focus on all platforms. And so like, for instance, a few other YouTubers, for instance, like Tommy G. I really like Tommy G's video, but he's not really in the political aspect of things where his videos are getting posted on X. So people probably aren't trying to make attacks on him, and he's not as controversial as me. But because I kind of do news-based videos, and now you're seeing the left come at me for being a MAGA influencer or for being a conservative, for being a YouTube prankster when I was younger. They're being anti-immigration. They're all trying to put this picture on me so then they can come and attack me.
Why is it turned so politicized? Why can't we all just be in agreement that we're against fraud, no matter who commits it?
Wouldn't you think people would be celebrating that I just exposed one of the largest fraud scandals in America history? Like, shouldn't people be happy that, our taxes were finally going to be able to at least get a hold of one of the fraud scandals here in the United States? Shouldn't people be happy about that? Instead, they're Instead, the news is investigating the journalist versus investigating the fraudsters. CNN did a whole entire thing on me when I went outside of Quality Learning Center and I talked to them. And then they're like, we called 7 of the daycares, one of them answered, and they said they weren't fraudulent, trying
That's
to debunk my claim. I'm like, you guys are
incredible reporting from one of the most
Yeah.
trustworthy sources ever.
They said it was legit. So, yeah.
And I even gave them the opportunity to interview me live at that same location when they were on live, and they said no.
Really? They said no. So they would rather talk about you than talk to you.
And so I knew when I was having that interaction how they were going to clip it up, but they actually did a fair job in making me look very well because I answered all of her questions.
Now, when you expose all the fraud, are you worried about getting sued or being dragged into a lawsuit that could take a long time and cost a lot of money?
They'll have to defend themselves as well. They'll have to prove that they're a legit business. So Quality Learning Center, they can't prove they're a legit business because they're a fraudulent business.
Here's what could be the potential, though.
I should
With
start saying
lawsuits.
allegedly a little bit more.
Maybe. But the issue that you run into is someone could just say, hey, I'm going to sue you for saying this, for defamation. The damage is $100 million. And because we have so much money behind us, we're just going to drag it out for years. And so we're going to cost you 500 grand. And either you have to pay it or, hey, we just settle and you give us $50,000 and you agree not to talk about us. How are you planning to combat that if someone were to sue you?
Yeah, so when did journalism become criminal? Too. That's a whole other thing of it's like, I'm a journalist. I go out and show people what's happening. And do you think CNN, they came after me yesterday and it's like, okay, they're like, are you 100% sure about your video? I said, well, I presented you how it was. You can go ahead and make your own analysis. And she said, well, are you 100% sure? I said, yeah, I am sure. And then someone comments like, hey, were you guys 100% true about Russian Gate, about mass immigration, about COVID? Were you guys 100% true about all these other things? So it's like, how can...
Well, the unfortunate aspect with lawsuits is that you could make any claim you want to, even if it's completely false. And then it's up to the other person to defend themselves legally, which costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
At that point, it really just becomes a battle of money, of just who has more resources to bully the other person.
Yeah, it is scary.
But I have a feeling if in the event you get hit with a lawsuit that you would be able to basically just post on Twitter, and I bet someone would be willing to either give you free legal service or fund it.
Yeah, because I think, for instance, the Minnesota stuff, it's fraud. If someone wants to try and sue me for that, they're going to have to prove that they're not fraudulent.
Did you see that over 40 centers opened up on the same day, actually, linked to the same inactive shell company?
Yeah, there's massive fraud in Minnesota. Inside of one building I went to, there was 14 home healthcare businesses, and then inside of another one, there was 22. If you're a business, why would you have all of your competitors in the same business as you? There's no need for the fraud that's taking place in Minnesota.